Hello everyone, this is Jeremy Class and welcome to Magic with Class. I have already done the little challenge for the day and now I'm just trying to get the 15 daily wins. I wanted to talk to everyone because of I guess you would say a leak that has occurred. So basically someone posted a picture of a Kaldheim Fat Pack insert, like a paper insert that was like all crumbled up. And Kaya, Ghost Assassin, was on this image, which pretty much confirms that in Kaldheim, we will see Kaya as the main character, or at the very least, one of the main characters, which is very interesting. Kaya has joined the Gatewatch as of War of the Spark, so she is one of the characters that they want to really promote as a main character in the Magic the Gathering story going forward, which is pretty cool, I would say. I think it's interesting to say the least. Kaya is usually white and black. She's Orzhov colors. In fact, at one point, she was pretty much the head of the Orzhov Guild on Ravnica. I think she's since gave that position to Kaya as she explores the multiverse. I know there was a story where she actually needed to hunt down Liliana, and I didn't read the story. However, at the end, Liliana, I guess, convinces her to let her go, and I think Kaya actually fakes her death, which is really interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm muting on some. So, really cool. Pretty interesting. So, the image showed Kaya actually with new weapons. She's using an axe, which I think is appropriate to the world that she's on. She usually uses ghost daggers, but I guess the new weapon to suit the world, which is pretty cool. Hopefully, I think they're gonna flesh out her character a little bit in Kaldheim, because I don't know if Kaya has had much attention as a member of the Gatewatch compared to characters like Chase. So we'll see where that storyline goes. Oop. Alright, I don't know if that was the best move to attack with that dog, but if you want. So anyway, she lets Liliana go. So I guess Liliana is going to have a set after her where she's a little good, I guess I would say. But I don't know if that we'll see Liliana anytime soon. I'm wondering when the Gatewatch will all get back together. Clearly not in Kaldheim. So, ooh. Alright, so this guy's not attack. Ugh. I'm drawing lands. Not a good idea to attack. So, I think it was actually already kind of implied that Kaya was going to be the main character on Kaldheim because they did some figures, and she was one of the figures. Nissa and Jace also got a figure, but there were also figures of essentially gods that I suppose will be appearing in Kaldheim. So, I don't need either of these. So everyone was wondering, why Kaya? She isn't in a recent set. She hasn't been seen since War of the Spark. Yes, she is a new Gatewatch member, but a lot of people were confused as to her inclusion in that product. I get it's pretty clear now that it was just a kind of a hint that we would be seeing her. I think most people actually had figured that out. So, are you excited for Kaya in Kalheim? Are you excited for the new gods in Kalheim? Personally, I think they're doing gods a little frequently now. They actually did gods in War of the Spark as well. They did the zombie god Eternals, which had creature type god on them. And since the red god of Amonkhet Hazaret actually lived, they kind of just snuck in a red god that they said was from land, that they said was from Ravnica always, and that he was, just waiting for like an apocalypse. That's because I'm not activating Castle Ventress as I should be. Alright, so let me activate it now. I think this has passed me by though. Ugh, these guys are all on the ground. If I could draw a flyer, it's over. A lot of summoning sickness, though, right? Does this thing have trample? It does. Does this thing have trample? Oh, it does. Either way, I cannot kill it. Hmm. Yeah, they also did gods in Amonkhet. They did gods in Theros Beyond, which just passed. So they're doing gods like every 2 or 3 sets, which I'm not surprised because gods are an extremely popular creature type. But I just wonder how these gods are going to be different, how they're going to separate themselves from the other gods. Because the Theros gods and the Amonkhet gods, they were pretty different. I would say they didn't feel like they were. They didn't feel like they felt like they were from different worlds. But Kaldheim is strange because the gods are kind of based on stars and constellation, and that's just really similar to the Theros gods, right? Constellation was even a keyword or in Theros block. Do I want this? So it's kind of going to be strange to see more gods based on like constellations and stuff like that, but we'll see. I could be very wrong. I could see these new gods playing totally different. Maybe they're not indestructible. Maybe it's harder to get them to back onto the battlefield. So we shall see. Only time will tell, I suppose. So who likes gods? I'm sure everyone is a pretty big fan of them. I should say who doesn't like the gods of the various blocks. Personally, I didn't like the God of Destiny, the new red-green god from Theros Beyond. He was not my favorite character, but Did you guys particularly like him? I thought he was a little Oof. Well, you did your job, buddy. You got me a creature to mutate over. I get another beast. Can't really attack because of that wall, but that's okay. Next time. Blood Price. I haven't seen that card cast. Get 2 cards from the top 4. You lose 2 life, alright. Nah, I'm not gonna play that as a land. I don't think I have a means to destroy enchantments in this deck. Or remove them, so Garruk is pretty much done. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Ugh, well, whatever. Time to rebuild. It's a black-white life gain deck. Pretty good if you can gain life, right? Because then you don't really care if you lose a couple life here and there. Yikes. Well, that wasn't terrible. But I can't really attack. Castle Adventures. I have to remember to subscribe that. He's choosing to attack, but he has vigilance. I'll just take the attack. But I wish he didn't have vigilance. Oof, and here I am drawing lands. I just activate it now, even though I should be activating it on my opponent's turn. Okay. Whoops. That's bad news. Wasn't really gonna attack anyway. So yeah, that's the news with Kyle, who will almost certainly be in Calvine. The set doesn't release until I think February now. I thought it was releasing in January, but I think it got pushed back to February. So, something else that I want to talk about is the price of Commander Legends. So, Commander Legends kind of shot up in price. Well, both the regular draft boosters and the collector boosters. So, right now, you can really only get, from what I've seen, I could be wrong, but checking eBay and other websites, the lowest I see that you can get a regular draft booster right now is like 130, and that's like the absolute lowest after like taxes, fees, shipping, and most of them are actually in the 150 range after, taxes and shipping and all that, which is not good because I originally got my boosters of Commander Legends for about 110. They were about $99, $100 plus tax and everything. It came out to about 110, and I locked in like 2 or 3 boxes at that price. And I thought, you know what? Let me not get more because I think the price is going to drop even further once, the set gets released and people realize how many of these boxes there actually are. But I was incorrect. In fact, the price is getting even higher. And I gotta think that I don't think they're ever gonna go back down to 110. I don't think they're ever gonna go to that price again. I think we will see some after taxes and shipping, so everything included. I think we will see them stay at around 120. Right now, they're probably at their highest point because the set has been revealed. There's a lot of hype about many of the new cards, including Jeweled Lotus. So, and Scroll Rack and Vampiric Tutor, there are Mana Drain. There are some very expensive both reprints and new cards in the set, and there are some interesting commanders. I think people are a little worried that this product might not hold value since it's only really legal in the commander format. Yes, the cards are legacy and vintage legal, that's true. However, a lot of the cards are for commander. They reference the command zone, or they're just, they're specifically good for that format and less so for legacy and vintage. A lot of the cards are legendary and they're expensive, but they're suited to be commanders. They're not really suited for legacy or vintage play. So, well, Jeweled Lotus certainly isn't. Vampiric Tutor, sure. Let's see what should we do now. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make this guy decide. Does he want to kill my Garuk? Or does he want to continue to damage me? I would have returned it to his hand, but he has the Ozolith on the field, so the counters that he loses is just going to go right back on the Ozolith. So, oof. Even so, it looks like I'm going to have to return it just so it doesn't kill me. At least it doesn't have haste. But he sure has a lot of mana up for some reason. That's why. And he got there. He managed to kill my Garok, which was, I think, the wise decision to make. Alright, let me mutate onto my flyer. I don't need the symbiote. Over. Yep. Yeah, the Ozolith, gotcha. Yeah. I think I want the counters. Let's attack. So yeah, and as far as the collector boosters, questing beast. Oof, I'm gonna get hit pretty hard. This is vigilance as well, right? No reach though. Wow, that's a lot of counters. Are you gonna put another one with Philidor Retreat? No. I'm gonna take this damage. Why? Because I can do this. I'll mutate onto my flyer or something he just can't block. Oh, but if I mutate, I can just return questing beast to his hand anyway, right? Yeah. Isn't it over? Yep. So the collector's boosters, I don't even know how high they've gotten. I've seen them for, I don't think you can get them for under $260. And I think they're closer to $300 now. Those, I don't know if those are going to stay in the $300 range. I think they're going to eventually settle at between 260 and 280. However, I must say that currently the extended art and foil versions of certain cards that I've mentioned, Peric Tutor, Jeweled Lotus, are quite high. So, I don't know. Many people are also cracking boxes. I see a lot of people actually, for the first time in a long time, um, doing box openings. And not for, patrons or things like that, but they're doing box openings to sell the singles because the singles are expensive, which is why the box are going up in the first place because everyone's predicting a EV. Everyone's predicting that the EV of the box will be quite high. And that may be true, but I think eventually all the cards will come down. I already see a lot of the mythics, a lot of the mythic rares. I see already not that high in value. The reprints have remained fairly high, but some of the newer mythics, and there are a lot of mythics in the set, there's like over 20, between 20 and 25, I believe. I think there's like 22 or 23. But those mythics, some of them, like for example, that 9 mana cycle that's in all the colors, and also there's an artifact member that's kind of loosely in the cycle as well. Those cards are not that expensive. The dragon that lets you get a commander from the command zone, and it gives it haste but returns its command zone at the end of the turn. That card is only like less than $5 I was able to find, which is super strange because I thought those cards, I thought especially that dragon, would be very, very expensive. But I'm seeing a lot of the mythics not as high in price as I thought they were going to be. I haven't picked up, like, they say don't really, during the pre-season, like, don't buy singles until the price drops, and the price will likely drop after a month with the set within the set being released. However, there really isn't a product that we know of as of now coming out in December. There usually is like a winter product that they do, a surprise product. So far, they haven't announced anything. Maybe because COVID kind of pushed it back. But yeah, there is no product in December, it seems like. And Capcom, as I said, won't really release until February. So that's a long period of time where pretty much Commander Legends is going to be like the new hot thing. So, are people going to get tired of it quickly? Is the draft format like even any good? Seems like people are not cracking these packs to draft them. I'm actually interested in drafting Commander Legends, and I will be getting a box with some of my friends. Maybe since I already have some boxes, maybe I'll just say, hey, I have a box, put in some cash, let's split it. I got it for 110, so there's 4 of us, so $27, between $25 and $30. Let's draft it, and you can keep whatever you draft. Usually, my friends and I just give each other whatever cards we think are best suited for each other's decks. I don't have a lot of white decks, and my friend really enjoys playing white, so usually if I'm not using some of the white cards, I just say, okay, here you go. I think this will fit. Alright, so just gonna move. Surprisingly, you know what didn't rise in price or value as of yet? The Commander Legends decks. The 2 Commander decks that are associated with Commander Legends. I think they're staying pretty much where they were. I don't see them going really up in value. I don't see them dropping in value. And there's some good cards in that. Yeah, there's only one new card, really, in each deck, and that would be the Commander. So there aren't like a whole bunch of new cards, as some Commander decks do have. However, the Commanders are both decent, and there are some good reprints, like Eternal Witness. So I'll probably pick up those decks just to have. I only think the decks are going to rise in value. Ooh, into the story. That's a really good combo with Teferi's Tutelage, which is why I guess he did that. Known me quite a bit there. Okay, but I can mutate again. He has mana's all tapped. Don't need lands now. Make it a forest. Okay, just got another one. So yeah, if I would say if you haven't pre-ordered your Commander Legends products, I would say wait. I know it's easy to give into the hype and say, I want the product now, I want the product now. But I do think in about a month, by the end of December, the price will drop. I could very well be wrong, because if there is no other Magic product, there's nothing to shift the hype train. So, and Christmas is also right around the corner, and Black Friday is right around the corner. So perhaps the prices will stay where they are, because people are just going to be buying them for Christmas and for Black Friday deals. However, maybe Black Friday has some really good Magic the Gathering deals, and the boxes do lower, right? Should I mutate again? Mutate one more time. I hope I didn't just mill myself. That would be pretty dumb if I did, because I'd have the win on the board. Let me not even take a land. Yikes. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. I knew if he didn't forfeit it was for a reason. I should not have done that. That was kind of an embarrassing loss. Probably should have had that win. Whew. I did also order one collector booster of Commander Legends, and I will be opening all the boxes I have on the channel. Hopefully I will be able to also video a... Hopefully I will also be able to video a draft of Commander Legends. I think that's pretty interesting. I haven't really been going out, obviously, much and hanging out with friends because of the situation, but I do just want to draft, and I will be very safe with my interactions. It's hard to draft online too. Like, yeah, you can play Commander game over Zoom or you know, another platform that's similar to that, but it's hard to really draft that way. But that could hurt Commander Legends as well. The fact that it was meant to be a draft set and not a lot of people are drafting at the moment. But I just think the cards in general just have so many interesting mechanics and just so many interesting legends, overpowered legends as well. I must admit, there are some definitely overpowered legends in the set. Even some of the ones with partner, I was like, wow, this honestly has partner. This is like a really strong card. I don't even think I needed a partner, but yeah, I am looking forward to building some interesting partner related decks. I might post a video where I talk about maybe the top 5 or top 10 partner combinations now. Maybe I will include the. I'll discard this. Maybe I will include the previous partners, the 2-color partners, because they are included as etched foils. And maybe I'll just talk about the best partner, in my opinion, the best partners. I'm going to do this. The best partners that are just in the set proper. I do like the etched foils. I saw already a couple people are posting some very cool videos of their box openings. His pre-release was this weekend, I believe. So a lot of people got their packs and boxes and are already doing some box opening videos, which are really cool. I haven't seen anyone open, obviously I haven't watched all of them, but I have not seen anyone open a Jeweled Lotus. I don't even think I've seen someone open a scroll rack. But we will see. I myself I'm hoping to open a Jeweled Lotus, but I think I'm going to sell the one I opened, to be perfectly frank. If the card is still going for over $1, I will definitely sell it, and I'll probably use that money to buy another pack, not pack box. If I can sell a few cards from Commander Legends for the price of a box or trade for a box, I certainly will. I would like to keep. I don't have any cards from Commander Legends. Not many people do, but I would love to keep a majority of the cards that I open in a box of Commander Legends, sell maybe 5, and then get another box and like do it all over again and see how many times I can do that. I know that's like the booster box game that Tyrant Community College, the professor, does, but it's an interesting concept. The ability to buy a box, open it, keep some of the cards, sell the higher value ones, and then do it over and over again repeatedly is it's a cool concept. Obviously, with the boxes at the prices they are, you would probably be unlikely to break even most of the time. But since I got my boxes for so much less, maybe he forfeited. Yeah, it was pretty much over. But since I got my boxes for less, if I'm able to sell 120 worth of cards, keep a majority of the cards, or even half the cards, and then keep doing that over and over, I certainly will. This hand is, it's okay. This hand is alright. When I have Sea Dash or Octopus in my hand, I really want Mysterious Egg on turn 1. And I don't really need all these land drops, to be frank. I have no turn 1 play, so I might as well drop a tap land. What is he, mono green? I'm going to reduce the cost. What are his sleeves? Well, yep, he must love mono green because he has the green god sleeves, so that's cool, I guess. I don't even think I should waste the mutate. You know what? I'll just do this. It's fine. I'm not attacking. So what do you think about Commander Legends? Is it a success? Is it going to be a failure? Zendikar Rising didn't do as well as people think. So, but I think that was in part because, no one's really playing paper right now. Omnip was a really broken card that kind of warped the format. A lot of people had a very negative reaction to it. And it was banned like so quickly. Which I think a lot of people were disappointed in. Now I draw Mysterious Egg, but I don't really need it anymore. I mean, Commander Legends did have some controversy with the it did have controversy with Opposition Agent and Jeweled Lotus, which were kind of contentious cards. But overall, I think the set is pretty well constructed. If anything, I think the commanders are a little overpowered, a little too blunt in what they were trying to do. But I don't think you're going to hear many complaints from me, as I am a big fan of Commander Legends. Don't need this egg. I needed you turn 1, though. Yeah, being able to return a card over and over was really not what his deck wanted to see. Yep. So thanks, anyone. Tell me your pigeon. Tell me your pigeons. No, tell me if you have a pigeon. No, tell me your opinion about Commander Legends, the rising prices of both the set boosters and the draft boosters, and the collector boosters. Tell me what you think about Kaya being in Kaldheim. Did you expect that? Did you know? Was it obvious? This is Magic with Class, always reminding you to gather with class.